Hello and welcome. I'm happy to be on the Green Deal stage again, and to be introducing to you Gladys Lanes, who will be taking us along a journey of all kinds of grassroots initiatives that have been happening. She has been working on all kinds of things, being a documentary and filmmaker, and working as well at Dinsider. But I'm sure she will tell us more about this herself. Please take the stage. I'm very much looking forward to hearing what you'll be sharing of what you have found in this world.
Thank you so much, Ivar. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. Good morning to other people from the side of this world. Good afternoon to some people in Europe, I guess. And good evening to my fellow Filipinos out here. Thank you so much for hosting me in this campus party. And I'm very excited to share with you guys what I have been working on in these past years, and also to give you a little bit of something different from what has been going on with Campus Party. And this is more of like a virtual tour that you will experience in this talk of mine today. So, I'm Gladys, by the way. I'm a documentary filmmaker, as Ipar said, and I also am a social entrepreneur, and I also do a lot of things. Like I also have a magazine at the Insider, which we called Change Magazine. So we have a lot of initiatives actually that I do. But to summarize what I work, I am a media practitioner that works for social innovation, development work, and those kind of things. And usually um, we usually we impact more on the grassroots level. So most of you might have been watching from Campus Party like big innovators, and for me, um, I am more on the grassroots level, and so this today I will be journeying you to a tour actually at the grassroots level that you might find exciting to do. So, with this, I guess that I am planning. Actually, I have prepared a lot of things to you because of COVID, we cannot go to places right now, and I guess a virtual tour might be a good thing for us to do. So, Ivar, can we share my screen, please? Okay. So, I guess I'm going to give you a virtual immersion. And I don't know if you guys heard about immersion before. So this is a term where a lot of storytellers, especially documentary filmmakers like myself, and development workers have done. So unlike going to tours, unlike going to travels, which we love to do, immersion is actually a a thing that is much more uh, I would say much more it brings more home, and it's much more like a cultural thing for us to do, and it gives us a lot of perspective actually, to what we wanted to see and what we wanted to experience. And there are three things that you can get from an immersion. So number one is experience. So if you're a storyteller like myself, or if you're an innovator, experiencing what is happening on the ground is very important, and doing an immersion is a great thing that you can do to get to have a feel of to have an experience of this, the things that you wanted to know about. And the second one is seeking problems, so you get to see firsthand problems of people, so that you can innovate better. And you might know a lot of problems if you're an innovator. You might know a lot of problems from research, but immersion is much more different than research, and um, it's much more deeper. That's why I really want you guys to be immersed, to know more about this. And the third one is solutions. So in immersions, there might sprung some solutions in your mind. There might sprung some ideas in your mind, and that's why immersion is very important. And not a lot of people are doing this. Not a lot of leaders are doing this, unfortunately. And so, for me, as a media practitioner and as someone who loves immersions a lot, I do crazy stuff, guys. I go to the mountains, to the oceans, to the islands, like everywhere. I love to be immersed. I love to know the cultures. And I hope you guys also can learn something from this, because this is very important personally. At the same time, in an organization, or if you are an innovator, a leader, is very important. So I hope you guys are excited for our virtual immersion. I have two places that we will go right now in this Campus Party Live. First is in rural India. I love to be in rural India, actually, because it's just really a great scenery. They have a great scenery, and for rural India and most of the the developing world, um, one of the livelihoods that they have is actually farming, and uh, just like India, Philippines, Myanmar, any Asian countries, this is one of the drivers. Agriculture is one of the drivers for their GDP, and they are the largest working groups in the country, and most of them are actually, I would say, still underserved. Even though they drive a lot of money for their country, they're still underserved. In other words, they are poor. And why is that? It's very unfortunate for this countries, and why they are still poor. So there is a study that was conducted by researchers and economists, and also developers from India, and they found out that because of the external trainings that are done, so for farmers, right, they need trainings to improve their crops. They need some trainings to do more be socially equipped, and also they need to have some equipment to make their products be more accessible, to make their products be as good to be marketed. And this group found out that the trainers and those people, because the rural India is very big, so it's really hard for them to just go there village by village, town per town. It costs them a lot of money to do some trainings, like personal trainings. And what these innovators have in mind is that they will create they will create an application, like a mobile application, where the farmers can just watch some videos, and like see if they can replicate what's in the videos. And that's what they do. And so yeah, and this organization is actually called Digital Green. So they started their research in 2006. And yeah, they said that, okay, let's create videos for farmers so that they can learn, and maybe they can improve their farming skills. And so they started filming, as you can see. Um, they started filming with the farmers. And the thing about when they film with the farmers is that, like, the farmers themselves is like, they're like, what is going on, like, who are you filming? Because sometimes they are just like filming some people, and a lot of the farmers will ask, like, who are you filming? And when they also show this to some other farmers in nearby, they will their other farmers will also say like, who is that farmer that you film, where is he from, and stuff like that. So they actually the farmers want to know more about the experiences with their other farmers, the good practices that their other farmers know, but at the same time, they can sometimes they cannot understand what they're saying, or they cannot understand the layman's term of things, because sometimes the director is like the director is um, from other places, or like the director is from not from the local ones. So what they do is really cool, because they train the people actually in the communities. They train how to use the cameras, and so that those people will now be the ones who will be filming uh, the, the farmers themselves. And so what they did, those people in the communities, they are the ones who direct the films that they will put in the applications. They're the ones who act as well. They are the ones who are making videos, and so sometimes they also act the farmers themselves. And it's really crazy because right now, because of what they do, a lot of people, a lot of their fellow farmers from other parts of India, they like what they are seeing, and they, because they can understand each other, um, and also they feel that they know other people as well, because like it's in from the other village. Oh, I know that person from other village, and the learning just keeps traditional. At the same time, the learning is more grassroots oriented, and so that people from these villages are keen to know more what are happening in the other village, and what are the best practices in the other village. And for other people as well, like for the women, so sometimes they are not the ones who are filming, sometimes they are the ones who are marketing their products. And so with the filming that they do, they put it in the website, they put it in the application, and then they send it to other farmers. And they also put some uh, they also sell some products from this application. They sell some vegetables, fruits, and stuff like that. And other other people from the other village, they easily can connect with people from these other areas because of the application. And so it cuts the cost of like a middleman, because usually if you are a farmer, it's like farmer, middleman, and then they will sell it to the market, right? But here, because of that application, they do it themselves. They created the app. You can buy the products itself from the farmers, and it's very easy. And with what they've done so far, they have been empowering smallholders, small farmers to lift themselves out of poverty. And I guess that in this story of Digital Green, I say that um, it's very heartwarming, and also it's very empowering, because from the people itself, from the farmers itself, they are empowered to create, they're empowered to share their stories. At the same time, they earn a lot. So actually, since 2015, 25,000 farmers sold nearly $13.3 million of their produce, just because of the digital green technology. And a lot of farmers from these areas, they learn a lot, new technologies, new practices from different parts of the country as well, just because of that application. So you see, even if um, even if the grassroots themselves we just see them as someone who works and works, and uh, they can actually create something that is more sustainable, at the same time can help themselves uplift their own lives, to be more, to uplift their lives out of poverty. And it started with that application, that innovation from a group. But then, as you see, the group actually didn't make the innovation sustainable. It's actually the farmers themselves make that uh, the technology sustainable. And so that is one of the lessons that, I can see from the digital green story. I love them a lot. They've done a lot of impact, and actually Bill Gates actually said to them that digital green's technology is not cool because of its technology, but it is cool because of its impact. And I really agree with what Bill Gates have said, because uh, they have a cool technology, but what makes it drive to have more impact is because of the people, and the people themselves enjoy filming themselves, enjoy sharing knowledge to other people, enjoy that they can sell their products, their produce online. And that's just a great empowerment for a lot of people, especially to farmers. That's just a good inspiration for many of the farmers, especially in developing countries. And yeah, so that's one of the stories that I want you to get immersed. So I guess a lot of you might have been in India, or maybe wants to go to India. So, and maybe not all of you wants to go to the rural communities. But right now, maybe you wanted to immerse yourself in the uh, rural areas, and so hopefully you could get to see some farmers and talk to them what have been up to, and maybe you can tell them that, oh, are you using, digital greens technology? You can ask them, and hopefully that exchange of ideas would happen if that happens. And so that is the power of immersion. That is the power of talking to people themselves, with their experiences. And I guess another story that I want to share with you is, now we from India we go to rural Nigeria, and this story is also very uh, heartwarming for me. I love their story actually. So in rural Nigeria, there are just a lot of problems, and if you talk to people, people will just tell you what their problems are, especially in the community problems. And mostly the one that problem that prevails is on the children, in the rural areas. Most of the children in rural areas of Nigeria don't have a lot of access to technology like we are used to. So it's really hard for them to create something, or to be inspired on what to do. But there is this organization that see an opportunity with this problem. And so Prickle Academy, they are as an NGO where they created a space for children to be just innovative. And in rural Nigeria, they just, when they immerse themselves to the people of rural Nigeria, they see that the children and the parents and everyone, they're just very engaged with what they can do, and they're very excited in what they wanted to create. And so they make a space, they make like they have a space where children can just go create anything that they want in that space. And maybe youth, children, anyone who can be there, just go to this space. And it is managed by actually a good friend of mine right now. And a lot of things that they're doing is that they make children create something that is out of the box of their ideas. And one of this is in the photo, so you can see that's a tire, and the children just paints around it. They're the ones who made that, and the tire is actually becomes a sofa. So you see, their vision or mission, their mission is that they wanted to create a space where children can be creative in whatever assets they have in their communities, whatever the things that they see, for example, wastes, um, recycled materials, things like that. They turned it into something new, something original, and they like to engage kids and the youth to do that because they wanted to inspire kids that they can do something out of the ordinary. And this one, they conduct a lot of trainings. They conduct a lot of series of workshops for the kids. This one, they created a light bulb out of a tin can, I think. Yeah. So out of a tin can, they created a light bulb. And that's just solves a lot of problems. Like many of the people in the rural areas in Africa don't have electricity, and a simple tool as that, a simple workshop as that, from the kids, by the kids, uh, now they have something that they can use in their own households. And this one also is my favorite actually. Uh, this is a fan that they made out from scraps, and the kids actually just made it. They're the ones who make the fan, and it's a simple electronics workshop, and the kids love how it is, and they turned out to have an output of a fan. And so because of this, the kids are being they get to be imaginative. At the same time, they can see that there's an opportunity for them in electronics engineering if they grow up, and so on. So this their in their short uh in their the small I mean in their small towns, if they have a lot of centers like this, like in Prickle Academy, a lot of kids are actually inspired to, you know, just go around and just be whatever they need to be, because in uh, in that certain age, they already are exposed to something that is very useful, at the same time very innovative. And sometimes they also do a lot of stuff, like they solve, they have some problems, and they brainstorm some solutions from their problems, and the kids, they just love to innovate and, you know, have some uh, like build something out from things. So right now I think they have urban gardens uh, in their center, and it's really great that they have these innovations, because it just creates a lot of opportunity for the kids as well. So I think, to summarize all of the things that I wanted to tell, showcase with you, um, I guess number one is that immersion is really key to solutions, to building solutions, to building better solutions. So as you can see in the examples that I have in the immersions that we had in India and in Nigeria, this the people itself, the people in these areas, they are hungry for solutions. They know what their problems are. They just need some they just need something, some they just need an opportunity actually to create something out of their ideas. And one way to get those ideas from themselves is through immersion. So for example, if you are an innovator, if you are a leader, if you are a doer, um, having an immersion is very important to get more of to know more how you can innovate better so that you can serve the underserved better. And second takeaway is that the grassroots is actually the solution itself. You don't need to bang your head just to get the solutions. Immerse yourself because those people who you will talk to in the communities, they are the ones who knows the answer, and they are the ones who will even find the solution with you, will innovate the solution with you. And I guess this goes with some leaders, innovators, and businesses actually, because a lot of businesses creates products right from market research, and I think it created a big gap right now. If you can see the world, there is a big gap on what has been what has been created, and if we can just go and immerse ourselves and talk to the peoples who what they really need, then I guess we could create better sustainable solutions to so that we can go on in our lives where there is no big gap between um, maybe between the rich and the poor, or between some innovations from developed countries and developing countries. So right now we have a gap, and hopefully that we can learn from uh, what we have experienced so far. And I guess from my side as a storyteller, I really believe that having an immersion is really important, and we can see that from the examples. And guess the last takeaway that I wanted to tell you is that um, if the solutions are grassroots oriented, it is very sustainable. I mean, just from the examples that I have told you, and there are a lot of examples. I didn't put a lot of it because of the time constraints that we have. But if we have just solutions that are grassroots oriented, for sure it will be sustainable. Why? Because the people itself, they're empowered. They're empowered to create those solutions and to continue to create the solutions, to continue to innovate, even innovate those solutions, because they know that these solutions are not just for themselves. They know that it's for their community and for the next generations of their for their next generations. And so and also the grassroots are very active, actually. If you based on experience, as someone who likes to immerse myself, they are very active in thinking about solutions, and they really want to get involved in doing solutions. And so I think community empowerment is very important these days. And I hope that the leaders, innovators, and whoever you are doing something for the benefit of the underserved communities, you really get to do this type of thing. And yeah, and overall, to sum up, so I just want to say that if you are a leader, if you are an innovator, if you are a doer, if whoever you are in the world practicing, or even or even if you're a storyteller, please, I hope that you practice immersion and practice bottom up approach in your craft, because I think that's just what the world needs right now. In immersion, you get to be exposed with the culture, you get to be more closer to what the reality is. At the same time, you get to be more compassionate because you know the people that you will be serving. And I guess we just need to be that. The world needs to be that, especially going into the new normal. I guess we need to reflect on how we move forward, and I think that having compassion is important, and we can definitely get this if we immerse more ourselves to different uh, people. So yeah.
Wow, what a great case for immersion. I'm convinced. And also these beautiful two examples of empowerment in communities. On the one hand with media creating it and working with materials themselves as well. Really
Yeah,
creating autonomy there. Thank you so much
definitely.
for sharing virtually the results of your immersion process. I
Thank
hope
you.
many will follow. At the moment, we're a bit short for Q&A, but
Oh,
that's
okay.
no problem at all. I think this is a discussion that will need to go on for the years to come. And I really hope that maybe if you know a community, you can also get in touch with Gladys.
Yeah,
How can
definitely.
they?
Yeah, so you can go to our website, www.theinsider.com.
Hmm.
So I think it's here below. So you can
That's
just,
right.
yeah, you can just email us. We have an email uh, tab there, so you can just email us there. And I hope you get to go to immersions with us. Oh my God, yes, hopefully. And you too, Ivar, if you come somewhere in Asia or somewhere, we could, do some immersions. Love that.
Absolutely, that'd be great. Yeah, I'll take you up on that one once I'm in the region. Yeah, thanks again. I already have a comment. Very inspiring by Hans Luck. So also one conversation. If you want to pick up the conversation, feel free to leave a comment right now. Then we can still show them quickly, and then I will need to run to the next session.
All
Thanks
right.
again for your
Thank
great
you.
presentation and joining us here. And I'm sure we'll hear more from the places you are immersing yourself and sharing the fruits of that.
All
Goodbye.
right. Thank you so much. Bye.